Hello everyone, all hope you had a very wonderful, great day and a very blessed day indeed, guys. As you can see, guys, today the gardening people are here and they did the gardening in the yard today. And I let Universe in, but I had to exactly remove her out of the house because she was going to cause a disturbance while I'm exactly doing the next episode. Despite that, guys, it is extremely very hot and this weather is unpredictable. As you can see, it's global warming or climate change, and it already has begun as well. But despite that, guys, I'm very grateful for your support. I'm very grateful for your support and in you guys in viewing my episodes. It gratefully means a lot to me. Completely means a lot to me. So much more than you can ever imagine, guys. Completely means a lot to me. So for that, God bless you all and keep subscribing and liking and viewing my episodes from shorts and from long videos as well. On today's episode, we're to speak about a powerful supervillain known as Dark Spot, who is an assassin and a member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of the Six, with the goal to conquer planet Earth and to rule the rest of sacred existence and the rest of the known universe in a process to further their ultimate plans and to further their plans and their goals for soul domination over mankind and over planet Earth as well. Let's begin. In Dark Spot's early life, he lived among the sacred villages. He lived among the sacred villages that are quietly been ravaged by the Red Empire during out the sacred dark conflict wars for many years. During at that time, Dark Spot began developing much powerful hatred against the Red Empire for ravaging his villages and also his hometown. His people didn't have supernatural powers or abilities. They were not even like warlocks or witches or vampires or druids or fairies or superhuman or aliens. They were normal creatures and normal beings with the exceptional skill of using hand-to-hand combat, swords, daggers, blades, weapons. They were like part human. They were like part human, but they were not exactly human creatures. They were rather the hybrid creatures that didn't have the powers or the abilities, but they did have the abilities of hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, master tactician, strategist, leadership skills, and also manipulation, and also deception manipulation as well. They are a very skilled group of inhabitants, and their village was raided and ravaged by the Red Empire, who sought out to use their weapons, their weaponry, and their weapons for who sought out to use their weapons and their weaponry for highly evolved ancient wars and battling wars against the Shadow Empire and against the Star Empire and against the Shadow Clan as well. In a process for their soul campaign for soul control over the sacred world and over the sacred universe as well. In the process, during at that time, Darkspot began training himself and drilling himself in archery, in bow and archery, in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, began studying and learning more about the Red Empire, learning more about its history, about its power source, and also about the monarchy leader who's also leading the Red Empire, known as the Red King, who is a supervillain and also a member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Court of Nature, with the goal of manipulating wars, conflicts, with the goal of manipulating wars and conflicts, with the goals of manipulating wars and conflicts in order for them to remain the sole rulers of the cosmos. Despite this, Darkspot continued to attacking the outposts of the Red Empire soldiers and army outposts and their battle tanks, and began destroying them one after the other and another and another. Throughout the following years, Darkspot began developing up a huge grudge against the Four Nation Hunters and against the Five Nation Hunters, which he began mercilessly by slaughtering them throughout the process in order for him to feel more powerful, and also to avenge his people in a process. During which at that time he built his own great headquarters within the ravaged village, where he was able to maintain his basis of operation in full secrecy until he was approached by Lord Six, who is the founder and leader of the Order of the Six, the ancient civil society that I taught you about. Lord Six gave Darkspot a very powerful, intriguing proposition, which he could help him with these goals and with these common goals as well, which the two of them understood that they share the same dream and the common goal as well. And Lord Six promised, and Lord Six reassured Darkspot that he would give him all the ultimate resources and all the assistance he needs. And Darkspot complied to Lord Six that he will also do the same, that he will supply him with great intelligence and with great knowledge and with great power, with his great expertise and talents to the sacred underworld, to the sacred criminal underworld. He can exactly provide him with endless information and with endless whispers and with endless more powerful compatible weaponry. The two duos shook hands and remarked of their partnership, and Lord Six welcomed Darkspot into the organization and into the secret society, stated to him that they are hereby partners and associates forevermore. And Darkspot was completely, reluctantly pleased and very, 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 very enlightened and happy with that as well. On the 10th of January, the Order of the Six held a video conference, held a video conference when one of the dark druids were able to tell the members of the Order of the Six that the Universal Heroes have badly ruined up their plan and have also destroyed the rest of their inventions. Oh, sorry guys about that. That is just the gardening people exactly making noise and everything else. Anyway, where was I? Where one of the dark druids exactly reported to the Order of the Six and told them that the successful plan and their technology were heavily stopped due to the interference of the Universal Heroes, who were badly able to interrupt their last shipment. Despite that exactly, the death to which reassured the dark druid that everything is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be, without any further interruptions or anything else that can easily interrupt the plan and the process for the essential goal, and also for the essential mission as well. Despite that, on the 20th of January, the Order of the Six held up a video conference with the Shadow Empire Warlord. The Shadow Empire Warlord held up a video conference with the members of the Order of the Six and exactly told them that the Universal Heroes are about to put an end to the reign of the original Lord of Magic as well. And Lord Six exactly told the Shadow Empire Warlord that everything is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be, without any other further interruptions or any other further disputes, and that everything else will fall according to plan, the way it's needed to be. On the 29th of February, the members of the Order of the Six held up a video conference where one of the Hive brothers, known as War Brother, told them that the power vacuum within the Shadow Empire has begun due to the death of the original Lord of Magic, and that the Universal Heroes have completely disappeared throughout the war, which created another power vacuum within the Shadow Empire. He also exactly warned the members of the Order of the Six of the new Lord of Magic and his ancient new secret society that was quietly secretly at large and roaming quietly secretly at large and began recruiting powerful associates and deadliest threats and powerful enemies, and that is also forming his newfound Shadow Empire within the new shadows. And Darkspot was quietly completely present during the video conference, which Lord Six reassured War Brother that everything is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be, and that the plan will slowly take place and take possession of its greatest goal and as well of its greatest mission. Despite that as well, on the 19th of March, the members of the Order of the Six The members of the Order of the Six held up a video conference where one of the dark druids exactly told them that everything else of the supply chain and all the technology and everything else that's been delivered has been exactly been held up, and that's been delivered has been exactly been held up to its greatest chain, and that the delivery system is highly operational, but due to the interference of the world heroes and of the universal founders, they couldn't exactly retrieve all the technology and everything else from the other side. Despite that, exactly, the Death Witch reassured her fellow followers that everything is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be. Despite of the interruptions and all of the interventions, they still recovered more technology, and that they'll soon have more technology in order to put the universal heroes and destroy them once and for all. And Darkspot was completely present during out the video conference as well. On the 29th of April, Darkspot exactly returned to his home village, where he began rebuilding it and reshaping it to its greatest confinement and turning it into its greatest confinement, and also to his new central headquarters, where he began brutally training assassins with great authority, leading them to a swordsmanship training, where he told them about power and great strife and everything else, and he was very completely satisfied that the assassins had began to rise to the occasion, and they began to fully successfully rise to the occasion and also ascend to the occasion as well. They were very skilled in bow and archery and also weaponry and also swords and daggers and blades and everything else they could possibly find. And Darkspot was very, very enlightened and very, very satisfied, pleased with the results that I was able to receive from the assassins. On the 19th of May, Darkspot was quietly present through a video audience with the rest of the members of the Order of the Six, where Wolf Brother told the members of the Order of the Six that the planning has quietly taken place and that the new reign of the new Lord of Magic has really successfully begun, and that he has already begun recruiting powerful Deathless Shadow Empire warlords to join his new empire. And despite that, the Star Empire is willing to wage war with the Shadow Empire, which Red Bolt, and who is a founder and leader of the Dark Order, which is another ancient secret society that is willing to have sole control over the sacred universe and over the known universes as well, and that the Shadow Empire and that the original Shadow Empire is under the current leadership of Red Bolt, who's willing to wage war with the Star Prince, who is a founder and leader of the Star Empire, for sole control over the Star Universe and over the Sacred Universe as well. Despite this, Lord Six exactly reassured the members of the Order of the Six and also Wolf Brother that everything is going according to plan and that their plans will successfully begin taking place one way or another. And Darkspot was reluctantly pleased and very, very happy of that as well, as they will quietly all have been reassured of the situation. On the 20th of June, Darkspot and the rest of his mercenaries began planning and organizing a secretive ambush in order to wipe out the world heroes on another abandoned world where the cities, worlds and buildings had been destroyed and ravaged by a massive have been destroyed and ravaged by the old wars and by the old sacred galactic conflicts and wars many centuries ago and many years ago. Despite that, the world heroes entered those worlds and buildings in order to investigate and know about the origins of the dark and most powerful magic users known as the Seconds, who are a group of dark and powerful magic users who served the Shadow Empire with great authority, and who are also the followers of the original Lord of Magic. Despite that, unbeknownst to the world heroes, Darkspot and the rest of his mercenaries reveal themselves, who are heavily equipped with destructive and compatible Shadow Empire technology. And Darkspot told the world heroes that they had enough of the interference, that it's time for them to be wiped out and to be removed out of the way completely. The world hero leader, the world hero leader known as Animal Boy, told his troops that it's time for them to take care of the bad guys, and they gladly exactly marshaled up their troops and fought against the mercenaries and the assassins. And Dogspot fought up against the leader of the world heroes known as Animal Boy in hand-to-hand combat, and in defeating him, and he was badly evenly matched with the leader of the world heroes, and he decided that it's time for him to disappear from the shadows, which he gladly did. The world heroes were able to capture several key enemies, including the assassins and the mercenaries, and they were able to ultimately sentence them straightly into the Astral Prison, a prison designed to house super criminals and super villains and evil warlocks and warlords and dark druids and dark witches and powerful criminals and deadly super criminals and deadly super villains as well in the process. Despite this, exactly, Dogspot attended a video conference with the members of the Order, with the members of the Order, with the members of the Order of the Six on the 19th of July, where Lord Six began to tell him that everything is going according to plan, the way it's supposed to be. Soon enough, they will have sole total control over the sacred world and over the sacred universe, and that the monsters of the dark dimension will completely be able to wipe out the Four Nation Hunters and the Universal Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition in the process, and they'll remain the sole rulers of the sacred world and of the rest of sacred existence. In doing so, they will use their resources and their powers and their abilities to wipe out the Universal Heroes and the Four Nation Hunters and the Intergalactic Coalition in the process, and that will take care of their biggest, greatest, and most powerful competitor, the new Lord of Magic and Lord Clay, who is the new Lord of Magic, and the Shadow Clan and the founders in the Order of the Five, and the founders in the Order of the Five, and the Order of the Seven, and the Order of the Four, and the Galactic and the Unholy Alliance, and the Sacred Circle, and Sacred Five, and Dark Master, and the rest of the most powerful obstacles that dare stand in their way of their total control over the sacred universe and over the sacred world by any means necessary. And Dogspot was reluctantly pleased and very, very happy with that as well, as in completely very, very happy with that as well. On the 19th of August, Lord Six held up a video conference with the members of the Order of the Six, where he began to tell them that the purpose of their plans can now bear fruit and that everything else can successfully go according to plan. Dogspot was able to tell Lord Six that he couldn't successfully wipe out the world heroes because their plans had been thwarted and been interrupted by their greatest plans and everything else. Despite this, exactly, Lord Six wasn't quietly taken aback. He told Dogspot and the members of the Order of the Six never to underestimate the world hero's abilities in thwarting the operations or the successful plan. But despite that, Lord Six told Dogspot and the members of the Order of the Six that the world heroes can be successfully be used as pawns rather to be unsuccessfully to be destroyed, which can be played to their advantage. And Dogspot was very completely successfully pleased with that. On the 18th of September, Dogspot met up with a crew of powerful Red Empire bounty hunters, which he gladly was able to convene with them, on the abandoned village, and told them that their new task and mission is for them to hunt down the Universal Defenders, and is for them to successfully kill them and remove them out of the way, which they pose a threat to their global plans and also to their global interests. The Red Empire bounty hunters agreed that they are mercenaries and assassins who will exactly take money and gold if the mission and the assignments will gladly be proven worthy to them in order for them to kill their most common enemy, the Universal Heroes, the United Heroes, the World Heroes, the Universal Space Heroes, the Universal Defending Heroes, and as well the Water Heroes, and as well the Universal Earth Heroes, and as well as the World Heroes as well, who pose a threat to their goals and also to the mission. The Red Empire bounty hunters agreed to this, and that they will exactly wipe out the Universal Defending Heroes, and they will specifically, secretly kill them and hunt them down across the sacred worlds, planets, nations, civilizations, clans, and tribes and villages as well. And Dogspot was completely pleased and very, very, very happy with that. On the 19th of October, Darkspot completely convened with the members of the Order of the Six on an ancient crystal temple where he was able to tell them that everything else has been in place and that the plan has been successfully been in place the way it's supposed to be, and that the Red Empire bounty hunters would gladly wipe out the Universal defending heroes and don't pose a threat to their goals or any obstacle. The Death Wish was began to question and will the plan be successful, and Darkspot reassured the members of the Order of the Six that everything else is going according to plan the way it's intended to be, and that nothing can precipitously interfere with that. War Power was very quietly reassured. Shadowfire was very quietly reassured, as he believed that the plan is successfully going according to plan as well, and so was Lord Six as well. On the 20th, on the 20th of September, Darkspot exactly was able to meet up with these students of assassins and mercenaries and told them that they did well on their training course and everything else, and that they're ready for the final step and are ready for the final step and also for the final assignment, and that his forces were completely ready in order to fulfill this assignment and this mission as well. On the 19th of September, Darkspot and the rest of his assassins and forces were heavily equipped with destructive and more compatible technology than ever before from the Shadow Empire, and which they were ready to remove and wipe out the Universal Founders and the World Heroes once and for all from an abandoned and secluded and ravaged villages and temples from the other side, which the Universal Founders and World Heroes decided in order to investigate the origin of the destroyed villages and temples from the Great Secretive War, which they were quietly being ambushed by the enemy. Darkspot reappeared and told the great Universal Founders and the World Heroes that this is where their mission ends, and that they had enough of their interference and also of their great thwarting of their plan, and that this time it's time for them to take care of the biggest threat of their plan. The assassins and mercenaries were fully ready in order to go to war, as they were heavily equipped and armed with destructive Shadow Empire technology, as they fought up against the Universal Founders and up against the World Heroes. The World Hero leader, and the Universal Founding leader decided to marshal up their forces in order to fight up against the mercenaries and the assassins, and they gladly took them. The World Hero leader, known as Animal Boy, gladly fought up against Darkspot once again and decided in order to confront himself with the Universal Founding leader. And Darkspot realizes that he's very quietly evenly matched against the World Hero leader and against the Universal Founding leader, and decided to take them out this time permanently. And he continued to fight up against them until he realized that it was quietly outmatched and outnumbered, and Darkspot decided to disappear and never was seen again. His forces were completely beaten down and taken into custody and sentenced to the Sacred Prison or to the Dark Oak Prison or to the Astral Prison to remain in custody against their crimes against the rest of the Sacred World and against the rest of the Sacred World and against the rest of the Sacred Universe as well. On the 19th of January, Lord Six held up a video conference with the members of the Order of the Six, where he began to reassure them that never again to underestimate the Universal Founders' ability or the World Heroes' abilities in thwarting the operation and their future plans and their goals ever again. They are too much and they can never be underestimated or ever again taken lightly. And Darkspot successfully agreed that will never exactly happen again as well, as he reassured the members of the Order of the Six that everything else is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be. On the 10th of February, Darkspot secretly met up with Mindman and gave him all the intelligence and information, and Mindman supplied Darkspot with all the information and the intelligence on the future plans of the Order of the 12, and also the future plans of the Universal Prince on the Universal Prince's future goals, and also ancient machinations, and told him that the leader of the Order of the 12 is so willing to do whatever it takes to remain in power and to become the new Universal King. And Darkspot exactly was successfully pleased, which could benefit the Order of the Six in numerous ways. My man also warned and told Darkspot that the Universal Prince has formed a powerful secretive alliance with the Star Prince to aid each other on their respective conquests and goals, which the Order of the Six should be very much aware of that as well. And Dark Spot was very much completely satisfying, completely satisfying, completely satisfied, and very much happy, and very much happy, and very much pleased with the information and also with the intelligence gathering provided by Mindman as well. On the 15th of March, Darkspot met up with his old associate, known as the Dark Druid, who is a member of another secretive and ancient international criminal organization known as the Order of the Four, with the goal to maintaining the cosmic balance of power by any means necessary. The two of them shared information on their respective organizations and goals and promised him that he will deliver more information and everything else. And Darkspot was very relatively pleased and very satisfying, happy that everything else is going according to plan, the way it's supposed to be. On the 10th of May, Darkspot secretly met up with Lord Six on his central headquarters and told him that everything else is going according to plan, and he even shared him and gave him all the information and all the intelligence gathering that I was able to get. And Lord Six exactly told Darkspot that he made the right decision and the right call to making him the new member of the Order of the Six, and that their partnership and that the association together is what makes the organization more powerful and more deadly and more invincible. And Darkspot completely agreed with that as well. On the 15th of April, Darkspot continued to training his assassins and his forces and his mercenary on swordsmanship training on archery and bow and arrow, and he was successfully pleased and happy of their development and how they were able to rise to the occasion, as he told them that their missions and their assignments will soon be coming upon, no matter what. On the 10th of May, Darkspot continued to study more about the ancient clan known as the Lightning Clan, trying to understand their powers and their abilities and their great abilities, and how that they're still able to be extinct, or how many members are still able to remain alive. Despite that, Darkspot began to believe that deep down the Lightning Clan descendants are still actively alive, and that they're still working in the shadows, and that they're still operating within the shadows of the sacred world, and that they're still planning a very powerful sinister plan and a goal in order for them to rise and ascend to power, which could create a powerful sacred dark galactic war that's about to bring utter chaos and utter destruction from the world, which the forces of good and evil will soon converge. And he believes that the Intergalactic Coalition is the best source in order to begin this information. Secretly on the 15th of June, Darkspot met up with the Four-Nation Hunter of the Intergalactic Coalition and gave him all the information and everything else about the Lightning Clan, and the Four-Nation Hunter of the Intergalactic Coalition supplied him with the same information and told him that the Lightning Clan is very much alive and that the descendants are still out there. Them being destroyed and being extinct was all a lie, and that they're still operating within the shadows of the sacred world and the rest of humanity, and that they're very dangerous and they're very powerful, not meant to be underestimated. And the Four-Nation Hunter of the member of the Intergalactic Coalition told Darkspot that the Lightning Sisters and the Lightning Witches of the Lightning Clan are very much powerful and are very much deadly. They can never be underestimated as well. And Darkspot completely agreed that he will never again underestimate the members of the Lightning Clan or the descendants of the Lightning Clan or any of the universal heroes or the world heroes or the universal founders' abilities in thwarting his operation and his goals as well. Despite this, guys, Darkspot is very much ambitious, superly intelligent, able to study, he's been studying his whole life the ancient ways in order to learn the secrets of lightning and power. He's been obsessed in trying to learn more about the secrets of the Lightning Clan, how the Lightning Sisters and the Lightning Witches and the Lightning Descendants have become more powerful in manipulating lightning and energy. He's been willing to go in extreme measures in order to get the knowledge and information as much as possible, as far as possible, in order for him to know the secrets of lightning and the power of controlling and manipulating it. He's very, very skilled He's very, very skilled in manipulating lightning and energy at will, and is willing to do whatever it takes to to make sure that he remains remains in power, and also in control of his destiny. He's a high-ranking member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of the Six, with the goal to rule and conquer and control planet Earth and humanity and the sacred world and sacred universe by any means necessary. He believes in the organization's goals and mission to control and conquer humanity, and is willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that he does that as well himself, which could benefit him in numerous ways. He trains a group of skillful mercenaries and assassins, and he trains a skillful group of mercenaries and assassins at his greatest potential, and he maintains his usual bases of operation, such as his central headquarters, where he can able to use abandoned villages and towns as his headquarters, as his base of operation, where he can secretly meet and convene with Lord Six in full secrecy and within the shadows. Despite this, he's extremely ruthless, extremely intelligent, extremely powerful, and extremely deadliest, and one of the greatest assassins and supervillains ever lived throughout the sacred world. Not meant to be underestimated. According to Animal Boy, Darkspot is very ruthless and very powerful, very skillful in swordsmanship, hand-to-hand combat, master tactician, strategist, and also organizing and manipulating events to his advantage. He is not meant to be underestimated and not meant to be taken lightly. Despite that, Darkspot views Animal Boy and the Universal Founding Leader as his greatest adversaries and his greatest enemies, and he learns from his failings and his defeat to never again underestimate the World Hero's abilities and the Universal Founder's abilities in thwarting his operation and his goals. He believes that he has a higher goal and a higher destiny to rule and control the sacred villages and clans of the sacred world, and is willing to go to extreme measures to utilize his resources to the Order of the Six, to make sure that Lord Six and the members of the Order of the Six remain in power and in control over the sacred world and over the sacred universe and over humanity, even over the conflicts and the wars that have been raining down over the sacred world and over the rest of humanity. And is willing to do whatever it takes to wipe out the Four Nation Hunters, and by using the monsters of the Dark Dimension to remove them and to effectively remove them out of the way completely. He even secretly forms secretive alliances with other associates of ancient secret society, such as Mind Men, who's a high-ranking member of the Order of the 12, such as the Dark Druid, who's a high-ranking member of the Order of the Four, which the three of them secretly meet in separate places where they can discuss their plans of the organization and share information and intelligence. He even successfully meets up with the Shadow Empire warlord and commanders to make sure that they keep their end of the deal and their end of the bargain to supplying the organization with more destructive technology, as long as they benefit from the conquered worlds and from the conquered planets. And the Shadow Empire warlords agreed to assist Darkspot in his conquest and also in his goals, to making sure that he conquers worlds and planets and sacred nations and clans and civilization and the magical worlds and the magical civilization, as long as he benefits him. Despite that, he's willing to hear the news about the Order of the Four, which is a very powerful, secretive, shadowy organization that is quietly led and controlled by the most powerful, ancient, shadowy, immortal, dark magic users, known as the Dark Druid, the Dark Witch, the Dark Faithful, the Dark Sister as well, who are the most powerful, immortal, dark, and ancient magic users who formed their own ancient secret society many centuries ago and many millennia ago, and they're willing to maintain the cosmic balance of power, and is willing to do whatever it takes to know about their future plans and about their future goals, and as well about the Order of the 12 as well, which he secretly meets with the associates of the organization separately on different parts of the sacred worlds, on different parts of the sacred worlds, places, villages, worlds, and destroy villages, worlds, and planets, where they can discuss their plans in full secrecy. And he's even made an ally and an operative within the intergalactic coalition of the Four Nation Hunter, which he also supplies him with great intelligence. He's very intelligent and very, very smart, ruthless, cruel in nature, skillful in hand-to-hand combat, swordsmanship, tactician, strategist, organizing and manipulating events to his benefit, which could benefit the organization known as the Order of the Six to his goals as well. He has a bigger goal and he's very ambitious and he's very intelligent, very manipulative, and very, very disruptive, not meant to be underestimated. He's very, very skillful in teleportation, and also reappearing and disappearing at will. And he's very, very skillful in using the shadows of darkness in order to disappear at will and also to reappear at will. He can teleport himself very, very, very quickly with a snap of a finger, and he's very, very intelligent, willing to unlock the secrets of immortality, and willing to unlock the secrets of the Lightning Clan about their abilities and about their power. He's very intelligent and very dangerous and very powerful, not meant to be underestimated. According to Animal Boy, Darkspot is very ruthless, very powerful, deadly, indestructible, and untouchable. He's not meant to be underestimated by anyone or by anything as well. He's a high-ranking member of a secret society of supervillains known as the Order of the Six, with the goal to controlling humanity and ruling planet Earth and the sacred universe and the sacred world in the process as well. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. I all hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and great day indeed. I will see you tomorrow at a different time as well. Take care of yourself and pursue your dreams, and never stop giving up on your dreams no matter what, and keep going no matter how hard it gets, and never ever give up, guys, no matter what. I appreciate your support in viewing and watching my episodes. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I won't be able to shoot. Tomorrow I won't be able to upload the long video. I'll be able to upload the shorts video for those of you who are watching shorts. But despite that, guys, I appreciate your support in watching and viewing my episodes. So take care of yourself. Have a blessed and wonderful, great day. See you tomorrow. God bless you all. Take care. Bye. Bye.